start of humanity, I've always been amazed with the stars and the beauty it brings to the night sky. And every time you see these tiny dots in the night sky, it always leads us to wonder what lies beyond our planet. Are we really truly alone in the universe? Ever since our ancestors crossed Africa, that was the start of our journey as explorers. And in the age of exploration, which started at around 14th century, famous explorers like Marco Polo, Magellan, Christopher Columbus, and Captain Cook have journeyed and scoured the globe searching for civilizations and land masses in order to know what lies beyond their own nation. And this type of exploration is not different from space exploration, which is something that is highly opposed in our time today, since there are many problems that are still needed to be solved here on Earth, like poverty, hunger, corruption, global warming, international disputes, and many more. With all these problems, people see space exploration as a waste of money, and that the funds used for space exploration should be used to help other countries who need the money, or used in improving the quality of life of everyone on the planet. Which is why there is no doubt that people will reject space exploration and question its benefits and want the money used for space travel transferred to matters that are really needed to be solved. Other than that, some also claim that space travel is at this time a waste of money since we have not yet fully explored our planet yet. These are the common arguments that arise whenever it is debated that space exploration is a waste of money. Considering that, let us imagine, for example, the budget that each country has for space exploration was transferred to more important matters like health research or feeding programs to be sent to third world countries to help them in their struggle. With an overall budget of $32.4 billion, that money can solve world hunger or even poverty, and many more problems that we have. However, taking money from space exploration is not the best thing to do, since there are many departments that are irrelevantly overfunded. And their budget can be reduced for probably about less than 5%. Given, for example, the budget that the world used for military funding, which is about 1.78 trillion. Let us say that 5% of this would be used for important matters like the ones mentioned earlier. That 5% would be equal to $35.6 billion, which is significantly higher than the overall budget of space exploration. I'm not saying that we should not help people, but it is better if we do not deplete the budget for space exploration. On the other hand, exploring our own planet is pretty much impossible now, because the remaining unexplored places are either impossible to explore, or it is a sacred ground in the said country. Let us look at, for example, Marianas Trench. Marianas Trench is the deepest part of the world, which is 35,462 feet in depth, which is about 15,750 psi at the bottom of the trench, which is more than 1,000 times at the standard atmospheric pressure at sea level. Exploring Marianas Trench would be plain out a suicide mission because we cannot develop a submarine that can handle pressures that big. Moreover, some islands and places all over the globe that are off limits because of the sacredness of the ground. Take, for example, North Sentinel Island, which is located in the Bay of Bengal. This island has never been touched because of the ancient natives, who are notoriously resistant to visitors. So exploring the remaining parts of the Earth is not doable at the moment because of the danger and the sacredness of the ground. With all that said, space exploration is not a waste of money because it has innovated the technology that we have, improved the quality of education and knowledge we possess, and it will ensure the survival of our species. During the peak of space exploration was during this historical space race back in 1955, wherein the USSR and USA were competing against each other as to who would put a man on the moon first. During this time, both countries were heavily funded in space exploration, wherein different gadgets and technologies were invented that may be of use to the astronauts or space station during launch, or the technologies they might need before the launch. Example of this is the development of the GPS. Without satellites orbiting the Earth, we would not be able to navigate or even get to our destination, or even get the daily weather broadcast because of space exploration. Another is the modern-day microchip, which according to Dan Majors was developed for NASA to be used for the Apollo missions. Other than that is the development of aerodynamics, which is a major work of NASA. These are only a few of the thousands of benefits that space exploration already has done to our technology, and also to our lives. Around 100 years from now, the Earth's population is projected to be 11.2 billion according to the UN, and it is said that the Earth can only handle a population 10 billion. With this information, we only have two choices, either to relocate or reduce. And I think it is better to relocate since reducing our population would lead to inhuman acts. Other than that, controlling the birth rate is a hard thing to do. And it is estimated that at the year 2050, we will fully deplete our natural resources, which means eventually we must evacuate our planet and colonize another one. In conclusion, space exploration is not a waste of resources. It has already developed our technology and enhanced our education. It will ensure our survival.
Okay na yun, tapos na yan?